Welcome to Hidden SQuiDZ Gaming. Today, we're going to go into the dungeon here. I have the Occultist on, so sadly, both of my Vestals are getting healed, and I had a third Vestal. However, she died in a tragic boss-related incident recently, so I would rather not talk about that. Rather frustrating. That is why I have a couple of individuals coming up here rather than just the 4. I had to get a new Vestal on board. We're going to be going into the ruins, and we're going to be getting the salve to do more damage against bloodsuckers, and I also need more portraits, which is the reason why I'm doing that. I thought about getting more deeds, but currently my deed to portrait ratio is much higher, and some of the buildings and districts I want to build require a decent amount of portraits, so the fact that I can only stack 3 compared to 6 deeds is what's pushing me towards this direction. Talk about my party a little bit here. I got a shield breaker for the protection piercing and also moving. I got a Crusader who is obviously just good against unholy. And then this grave robber pick's a little out there, but I think I'm going to like it because I do have the impale ability which blights. Then obviously she can do some more damage against blighted individuals with her lunge and her thrown dagger. And this is my attempt at heals, and once again I can't wait for those big fat zeros. Also, I'll be campfiring again with the shield breaker, so I might get to the 6th fight here. Part of me wants to, and part of me doesn't really, because I don't think this party would personally be good against snakes. But we don't get a lot of choices right now. And since I mentioned snakes, I'm not going to make that same mistake I usually do and not bring enough anti-venoms. I'm definitely bringing some. And I will not let myself be talked out of it. Alrighty. I think we're good. The ruins and the cove are probably my top 2 areas to go into. I just like the enemies there. I think my most hated enemy in the ruins is the Bone Bearer. If you get caught out with a bad lineup and he sits in the back row and you can only like hit the first 3 rows hard, it makes it a very miserable fight, because then you're depending on critical strikes to get rid of bodies and stuff, and you never want to depend on critical strikes to get rid of bodies. I don't think this party will have an issue because of the shield breaker and the grave robber's attack diversity, and the occultist can pool. I believe I put pool on him. Let me check. That's a nice double scout, by the way. Alright. Yeah, he's got the pool, so you could pull him for it as well. I'm just going to check for some quest curos here real quick with that nice double scout. Alright, so we're going to go up and to the left here. That way we don't have to backtrack. Right away, I'm going to get some nice stuff. And 1750, I'll take it. Alright, Bone Lancer's dying. I'm not dealing with this guy. Yeah, I'm not dealing with him. Alright. That's actually probably okay. How much damage? Alright. Then I can Holy Lance him. Oh, 2 dodges. Alright. I said I wasn't going to deal with them. But you can all make fun of me because the Occultist pretty much messed that up. Well, not the Occultist, but Crusader did. There we go. And now I'm going to pull him forward so he can't shoot. And now we're going to Holy Lance the little bone militia to death. I think I'm going to like this lineup. I think I'm going to like this constant moving. And now we're going to try for our first heal. 42 critical. I love it. I'm probably going to get like an absolute 0 when I need it later. 42 critical, whatever. I love it. As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms. I'm not going to pick the Onyx for now. I'm not really looking for money. I mean, I can always use money, but I'm not going to worry about my inventory management until a little later, until I start using some of these essence. However, that is not going to stop me from checking all of these sacks for loot. What an easy fight. Not gonna bother editing this one out because this should be only about like 20 seconds if things go correctly. Yeah, I always love when you run into fights like this. A little refreshing on how easy they are. Oh wow, okay.
Success. So
Think I'm gonna stack those torches, maybe use one and then get rid of one. There we go. I'm actually gonna do the default order party every time. I think I like the speed setup when my party's in the position I originally had it. Hopefully I get a scout, and I do. Alright, so that's cool. Now I can just head back. I don't need to worry about heading down to one room and then backtracking. I don't ever like doing that. I am going to head up to the room right above me here because I want to scout that. If I would have double scouted, I obviously would have went over here and then probably scouted that way, but we got to make sure we don't skip any rooms. This isn't explore the room, so we can't. Oh, I didn't buy any keys. I'm going to take that actually, just in case we run into some good Kuros. Well, that was a mistake. I didn't realize that. Skipped right over it. No lucky scout. It is only 45%, so you know, half for half. Not going to complain. Madman's got to die first. I can't stand madmen. I don't think I'm going to pull him because I can actually hit the third row pretty hard. So I'm going to leave him right there. And hopefully the lunge and the impale ability. So I'm going to try this combo. I'm going to impale. Hopefully he blights. Cool. And now we're going to lunge and see how much damage we can get on him. Beautiful. Alright, I like that setup. I'm going to stun based on the fact that I could have possibly killed him, but it would have to have been the upper tier of damage, and I didn't trust that, so I'm going to stun him so he doesn't do a turn of damage. The 22 stress is actually a big deal right there, because I don't have the best stress heals. I do have the -8 on the Crusader, but spread out stress damage is actually going to be a huge issue. So I really need to take care of this Cultist Witch before she starts doing too many more. So I'm going to puncture her, bring her forward, whatever, just get rid of her. And now that my Crusader can't actually attack anybody, I believe I can use, wow, 2 critical heals from the Occultist. What did I do to deserve this luck so far? As I said, I'm going to use Inspiring Cry to reduce that stress. She went from 22 down to 7, so that's really nice. She doesn't have a lot of stress anymore. And now we're just going to clean up this champion. Nice dodge even while marked, and then we're going to pick to the face. He has 1 HP left, not blighted. We're just going to weaken and curse him out.
confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Getting a lot of loot. I like it. I like it, I like it, I like it. I'm just not sure what to do with all of it. I want to save the anti-venoms. Usually that's my first go-to to get rid of. I don't know if I'm going to get more rubies or not. That's what I'm kind of chancing to get rid of. I actually don't need crest as of right now. I'm going to take that. I'm going to skip over that other one because I don't know what items I would get rid of. What items I'd get rid of. Not a quest hero either. I'm going to try that same strategy, except I forgot to move my party, which just threw that whole lunge blight thing out the window, which is exactly why I set up the party how I wanted it. So that's good. That's fun. I don't like either of these enemies, but I still believe I'm going to Holy Lance the Madman. Because I think he's the bigger jerk out of the two. 64 to 71. We'll try it. Yeah, we got it. Nice. I didn't think we were going to hit him. The foul warding's not an issue because I can either pull that guy out of the protection or obviously just burst through him with the pick to the face and the shield breaker. So I'm actually not even worried about that. That's probably one of the best things he could have done. As you saw right there, raw damage, don't care. I'm actually going to focus the Bone Royalty because I don't want him doing any more stress damage. Also, these heals are insane. I don't know what's happened. 50 dodge against a Bone Sergeant, pretty easy. And now we're just going to finish off. Ah, I hope I would have hit him. I was hoping the shield wall would get in front and just die so he couldn't Axe Blade. I've had some pretty good luck so far, so I'm not going to complain about anything. It's going rather well. I am going to puncture, though, so I can hit the Bone Sergeant, because this guy's going to pretty much die out. I don't know which one to hit. I'll just kill the Bone Sergeant. Probably can do more damage in the end. I kind of want to reduce the stress, but I also don't want to chance it, so I'm just going to kill him. Yeah, I'm glad I kept that ruby. Got another one. Get another shovel. Alright. Remember to change that party order. There we go. Very important.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
Ah, that's a shame. I don't need portraits. I'm getting 5 of them. I am going to keep the bust, though. So, alright, we'll move on. Looks like the remaining heroes are all going to be up in here. Interesting. Make sure I didn't miss any. I have not. Alright.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are
Thoughts about this dungeon run so far? Ignoring that thing, I have enough Crimson Curse to deal with. And I don't have nearly as many as I used to. I'm trying to do all the dungeons before I really get into the Viscount Epic dungeon, because trying to do all like 4 or 5 places at the same time was just a nightmare. Balancing the Crimson Curse, going into there to get some blood so my people didn't die, then coming back out and only to be able to do 2 no, it was too much. I have pretty much officially decided I will not do that to myself again. I've obviously gotten a little bit because these individuals, the Crimson Court DLC does obviously show up into the main game once you activate it. So I have had that happen. Oh my, 33 critical. Okay. We can maybe heal that. Let's see if our Occultist comes in clutch now when the money's actually on the table. My bet is he won't. I bet she'll give me like a fat 2. Yeah, you're gonna get like 2 health. I'm waiting for it. 2. 14, that's really good. Alright. Something happened. I'm happy. I don't care. But talking about the Crimson Curse, I am just trying to avoid it like the plague. Any times I have chances to get invites and stuff. Oh, there's my 2. I called it. I'm trying to avoid it like the plague, because I really don't feel like taking any more. On the fly tip. Wow, spread damage. I'm going to use my campfire after this. Don't do the Crimson Court DLC until you are ready. I would call myself more of an experienced Darkest Dungeon player, and starting the Crimson Curse early was so rough. It's just the extra balancing of the blood and the dungeon itself and the new enemies. I mean, the enemies alone are... They'll kill your people just straight up. They're so fast, they're so strong, and they can appear quite frequently. It's not like it's once in a while. I mean, it is... You know, it might be every other dungeon they show up and just there to wreck your day. So yeah, I definitely... They're no joke. I would not start it until you're prepared. Alright. Sapphires were gold. I've gotten lucky with the rubies. I want to see if I can get lucky with the sapphires. We're going to ward off nighttime ambush and reduce stress. We don't really need to reduce that much stress. Actually, wow, we're doing great on stress. See what other abilities we got here. Remove diseases. No one has disease. Can't be marked. I might do that. I actually don't have that good of campfire abilities. I'm going to do that. Yeah, we'll do can't be marked on the Crusader. Man, I don't know. I don't know if I need to add more Blight Chance skill. The Ruins is kind of weak already on Blight usually. If I can't find anything else to use it on, I'm going to do it, though, because what's the point of just sitting on it? I'm actually going to probably do the armor piercing. There we go. Alrighty, now we're going to rest. Oh, yeah, we might see if we get our Shieldbreaker DLC here. Let's see that. The arming... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh. Nightmare Shatter. I don't want to say I'm disappointed, but I believe this was the third fight setup. I can't remember. Or is it the fifth? This seems very familiar. That's all I'm going to say. Alright. Oh, I want my Vestal back. Oh, man. I want my Vestal. I'm sad. I don't even know what to say. I'm just sad. Oh, it did the minimal damage. Ugh. At least I brought along the anti-venoms. Like I said, I thought this might happen. I'm actually gonna protect her from 2 attacks. Hopefully she resists the bleeds, and hopefully it's a 4. We're getting there, you know. Had the 42, and then we had the other critical. Now we gotta build back up to those kind of level of heals. Paralyzing quills, that's new. Ooh. 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 Alright. Alright. Tough fight. Tough. Just gotta focus fire. There we go. Alright, now we're down to the Nightmare Shatter. 90% stun. I think we can get a stun off on him. Adder's Fang. That's fine. Yeah, see, there's 17. We just gotta get through the 1, 2s, and the 4s. That's all. Stunning Blow. Pray for that 50%. And we got it. There we go. We can probably wrap this fight up now. I believe this is my 6th fight. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little disappointed. I thought there'd be a little more variation in this fight. Maybe it's wait until the big last one and it's gonna be crazy. Who knows? I was hoping there'd be at least a different snake or a different composition. As I said, I'm not entirely sure, but I could have swore this was already used once, these same 3 enemies. Maybe because I don't know the DLC well enough. That's just not something that it's structured. Maybe it's random. I don't know. But it would appear that it should not be random, I'll say. I'm going to finish them all so my shield breaker doesn't take that last 20 stress. I mean, it gives me another note, so I guess I don't really understand how the shield breaker works at moments. The knife is dull, and I must work quickly. In my panic, I saw hacking gouge. My cries were met with silent indifference of the dunes, the chill of the desert wind, the cold light of the moon. I am sacrificing my beauty for a chance to live, paying for my future with only currency I've ever had. Huh. Kind of like that. And they're like, oh, you know, I'm cutting off my arm and here's the dagger. Oh, that's cool. So I guess maybe the last item is going to be like a set. Interesting. Okay. Now I have choices, though. Because now I need to get rid of more items. I can get rid of the anti-venom, though, because now we're done with the dream. Oh, I should have used it, though. Big mistake. Now I'm going to take 8 damage for nothing. I want to keep that journal. I just like keeping journals. Take those herbs. I feel like I'm going to have more bleed and the holy waters aren't going to be nearly as important, so I'm going to pop the holy waters. Alrighty. If I get into a fight, let it be now, please. Yep, never mind. They're going to go off. Yep. Nice dodge. Once again, I didn't really go out of that campfire better than I, went in. So coming out of campfire worse is never good. But hey, when you're fighting 4 maggots in a row, what can I say? Easy pickings. Easy pickings. I do miss my Vestal, though. That's all I'm going to say. I like the idea of Occultist, but regards to heals, nothing replaces a Vestal. Once again, skipping the crap out of that thing, not dealing with it. And they're everywhere. That's what bothers me. There's so many of them. That's why I never feel obligated to do them, because every time I go to a dungeon, I'm like, I'll see at least 3 to 4 of them. Ah, Bone Bearer. Ah, at least we got... Okay, I think we'll be able to take care of them. We're going to try our combo. The Impale to the Lunge to the whole... I guess we won't be able to Holy Lance, but... Hopefully we get some massive damage to the Lunge. Yeah, there we go. Oh, we might be able to pull him forward and just end this. Oh no, you're letting me down, dude. Okay. Oh, he's gonna DOT out, so that's actually perfect. So he'll go away. Oh, he can just Wicked Surge them as well. This is probably the best start. This could have happened without the Bone Bearer getting pulled forward.
Unforeseen, unforgiving.
I have a video coming up where I'm going to do a party composition video of a Bone Bearer, and I tell you what, guys, it's painful to watch because I did not bring a good lineup for Bone Bearers, and I get stuck with one, and it is just repetitive on how much I have to kill enemies. Yeah, it's repetitive. Turns out when you don't bring attack row diversity, certain fights can just be horrible. Imagine that. Just gonna get some stress off her. I'm so excited though. I'm one fight away from finishing the Shield Breaker DLC. Who knows how far away in the Crimson Court. Feels like forever. Oh, I'm gonna chance it. I'm gonna take those portraits for my torches. I probably could have gotten I probably could have gotten rid of the torches. But this is the last quest hero, so actually that probably worked out to the best I could have.
The ground quakes.
What I'm debating is if I want to go to a room after this. See if I just can't get some more loot. I will... Ooh. I will turn off the light, though. The torch. And then I might try to go into pitch black. Then again... Dude, I just want to not be greedy and get out with my loot. Ooh, decisions. I'll probably just back out. I've been pretty lucky this dungeon. Sorry for all of you who wanted to see me push the limits, but... I've had some rough boss runs recently due to some weird luck. I didn't film it, but I fought the Beguiling Siren. And I was going to do my normal Anticorium strat where, you know, I bring in my Anticorium, they get pulled every time, and everything would have worked. But I forget what the Curo's name is called, but he activated the Curo, and he gave him like 33 resistances to everything, which means his debuff went up 33%, which made everyone else on my team technically like the lowest debuff resistance, and I just got pulled around the whole time. It was horrible. I went so many turns with just random people getting pulled, my damage dealers getting pulled, and ugh. Yeah, just ugh. Alright. If you're wondering why I didn't take the anti-venom, as I said, I'm out, I'm bouncing. Pretty good run, just doing some math. That's like 7,000, 10,000, 11,000 in loot. I got how many? 16 busts, a couple of deeds, 2 ports. That's pretty good. I'll take that. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe below.